When I do anything, I do it right. If I can't do it right, I don't do nothing. That's why I never do nothing.
You're listening to Tremendous Leadership with Dr. Tracy Jones.
Another great law. Here's a great law. I love this law. Production to perfection. Production to perfection. How about this one? When I do anything, I do it right. If I can't do it right, I don't do nothing. That's why I never do nothing. How about it? Look at him. Look at him. Remember the last campaign? Remember what he was going to do around the church? Shout off his mouth. You were going to do around here? Shout off his big fat mouth. Look at him. He flopped. He didn't make it. They're laughing at him. Look at me. They don't even know I'm a part of the group.
That's right.
Well, all I know is, you want to be successful, young fella? Cram 50 as a failure into 15. Nobody will ask any questions. All I know is there's a thing called production. I love this story about this fellow went into Sam's clothing store to buy a suit. He says, Sam, I want to buy a suit. He said, shh, we don't sell suits here. What do you mean? What are all these in the rack? He said, we don't sell them off the rack. When you come in here, you come in for a garment. And we can't prepare a garment for you until we know the real you. And when we know the real you, then we get to know your aptitude and your attitudes, your likes and your dislikes. And then when we really know the real you, we pick a wool that fits you. We go to England to find the right wool. We find a sheep that fits you. These silk, we find the right silk that fits you. We go to Japan to find the right silk. We even find a worm that fits you. These buttons, we find the right elk. We go to Alaska to find an elk. We find an elk, and he says, Sam, I've got to have a suit for tomorrow. He says, you'll have it. Now, I love that. I'm so tired of somebody always telling me what can't be done, or this is wrong, or we'll never be able to do it. I know we can't do it, but we got to try. Please give me some ideas on how we can make it happen. Makes a lot of sense to me. But now we come to my big one, the big one. Now, we've only barely scratched the surface. All the laws, when you go down to your Christian bookstore, and most of the other bookstores too, they have Life is Tremendous. Here is, I'm going to share with you now the law. Og Mandinus says, chapter 6. Some of you have probably seen Og Mandino's University of Success. Og Mandinus says in this book, this is 50 chapters of the 50 greatest books Og Mandinus selected on motivation he had ever read. Of all the books of motivation he ever read, he selected chapters 6 on motivation to put in here as the greatest chapter in self-motivation.
Thank you for listening to Tremendous Leadership with Dr. Tracy Jones. Find out more about Dr. Jones at www.tremendousleadership.com. If you've been ignited by something you heard in this episode, let us know by leaving a review for Tremendous Leadership wherever you listen to podcasts, or by sending us a message through www.tremendousleadership.com.